Breaking news, my wonderful people. Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, has decided to take this case into a higher level. This time around, Peter Obi tells the election tribunal that Tinubu has been linked with drug trafficking by the US courts and therefore is not qualified to contest the Nigerian presidency. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, on Thursday filed his petition to challenge the victory of Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress (APC) in the February 25th election, after the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) had announced Tinubu as the winner of the election, after which it declared him the president-elect. And ever since then, Peter Obi has been challenging this in court. In his petition before the Presidential Election Petition Court in Abuja, Obi alleged that the election was characterized by various irregularities, including the non-qualification of the APC candidates. According to him, Tinubu's forfeiture of his funds to the US government over drug trafficking allegation is an indication that the former Lagos State governor committed infractions that should disqualify him from running for an election in Nigeria for the first place. We have been seeing reports on how court papers from the US linked Tinubu to a drug trafficking case, and which led to his eventual forfeiture of the sum of $460,000 to the American government. On February 18, 2009, the newspaper had obtained original copies of the judgment in the case of the United States versus Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in which the president-elect was charged along with other defendants in a case of massive drug trafficking and money laundering. The judgment directly relates to and further documents. And in September 16th, 2008, on how the US federal agents successfully linked Bola Tinubu to a drug trafficking ring in Chicago. The US, by its attorney Michael J. Shepard, the United States Attorney for Northern District, for its verified complaint of forfeiture, stated that beginning as early as 1998, Akinde, with others, operated an organization which distributed white heroin and a controlled substance under Title 21 of the United States Code. The distribution operation was conducted on a large scale, and the proceeds of the operation substantial. The court had ordered that the funds in the amount of $460,000 in the account in the name of Bola Tinubu represent the proceeds of narcotics or were involved in financial transactions in violations of the US law. Therefore, those funds were actually forfeited to the United States. And after a protracted litigation in which Tinubu claimed that the monies legitimately belonged to him, his wife, Oluremi Tinubu, and his surrogate mother, one Alhaji Moji, Bola Tinubu finally had to succumb and opting for a speculated settlement with the US government. And according to the settlement order dated September 15th, 1993, Honorable Judge John ordered the sum of $460,000 held by Tinubu in his First Heritage Bank account be forfeited to the United States government. And finally, Peter Obi, in his petition, anchored this claim on the grounds that since Bola Tinubu, at the time of the election, was not even qualified to contest in the first place, since he has been linked with drug trafficking and money laundering and other social vices, he's not supposed to contest for the highest office position in this country. Guys, this case is taken into another level. And I don't know where all this will end, though. I don't know where all this will land Bola Tinubu. And I don't think it will land him into a very good position at all. Now, the international community would be truly aware of what our politicians are doing in this country, how they are sponsoring a drug law to take over the country. This is just so funny that, in fact, this country, it is so clear that Nigeria is a lawless country. And with the way Peter Obi is really going about this case, Peter Obi had told Nigerians that he wants to challenge the process. The INEC should tell us how Tinubu was, eligible to campaign before the main case of rigging. The evidence of Tinubu's court case in Chicago will soon fall out if care is not taken. Tinubu might be arrested if Peter Obi press this case further. But then the US courts and the tribunal, I don't really know how they came about, this Peter Obi dragging up Bola Ahmed Tinubu's past. I really thought he was trying to get the process right. He was trying to challenge INEC and how they declared him the president. But Peter Obi now is digging into the past of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which I don't know where it will land Bola Tinubu at this very point in time. But as we dey see am so, plenty wahala just full ground, my country people. So what are your thoughts concerning this issue? Because it seems that our politicians, they don't mind, they don't care at all. And being a lawless country that we are, this particular issue is what we are supposed to be addressing, is what, it should have been addressed long before the elections. Not after the elections, all these cases are now coming up. Where will it lead us to? Because I am certainly sure that once Bola Tinubu, is inaugurated into his office in March 29th, I don't think there's anything that would matter again. So if there is any court case that Peter Obi is trying to, to bring up against Bola Tinubu, he should do it now. Because once Bola Tinubu is sworn in as the president, I don't really think that there is anything Peter Obi can do again. I'm telling you. Because the system of government we operate in this country, our politicians are untouchable. Our leaders are untouchable. There's nothing you will say that will get to them at all. There is really fire on the mountain, my wonderful people. I'm dropping here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comment section down below.